Hey everybody, it is Joe Clone back again with another LEGO Star Wars review. Now, this review is going to be a little strange and a little different from the normal reviews that you see on my channel. Today I will be reviewing the new, for the 25-year anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, the Boarding the Tantive set. Did I build the set that I was supposed to build? No. And why did I not build this hallway? Well, I'll tell you. At first, thankfully, every Fives piece and attachment was included in the set. Otherwise, I would literally raise hell. But I had so many pieces missing from my bag one. I actually had to call Lego and order an entire new bag one, and guess what? It was still missing pieces. Specifically the torsos for the Rebel fleet troopers, which is like, it's like I called and they sent me pieces, which I have to say that whole process was great. From Lego, but you still missed pieces and left pieces out. So I didn't really want to call again, because I was so fed up, and I really didn't want to even build this set because I really only got it for the Fives figure. The rest of it, the Vader figure is very cool. The Stormtroopers are cool. All the minifigures are alright, other than Fives, which is goated, but the set itself is just a hallway, and I found it very boring and just from looking through the instructions, just monotonous to build, and I really didn't want to build it. And I really wasn't even going to build the set at all. I was just going to leave everything in the box other than Fives. But then I saw a YouTube video from one of the Lego Star Wars YouTubers that I subscribe to, at Sawyer Studios, which I'm not looking for a shout out again. I just think he deserves all the credit here, because he posted a fantastic video of the amazing alt build that he did for this set, and I really wanted to build his, but he didn't post the instructions yet, and last night I was just very bored and antsy, so I built my own alt build. I'm not trying to overshadow his at all. I actually want to get another one of these sets, hopefully down the line later in the summer, when they may be on sale, because I'd like to combine his alt build to mine to make the ultimate clone outpost. And me saying that, I'm kind of spoiling what I built, so let me show you what I built. Okay, so the big reveal, I built this. Now, yes, it's a box. I know it's a box. And this box is my clone Armory outpost. I really just thought of that name on the spot just now, but that is what it is. And it has figures inside. It has a ton of features inside. And I will say, obviously, all the external parts you see, other than the stud shooters, the green studs up here, the moving around the actually, yes, these light blue smooth sloped pieces, these blue one studs here, and everything that was made for this door, other than this big white piece right here. But other than those parts of this alternate build, everything else was from the Boarding the Tantive set. All the structural parts were from that set. The only things that really weren't from this set are the things I just showed you, and a lot of the stuff on the inside, and I have a reason for why I filled it with all the stuff that it's filled with. So I will break this down. Okay, a main Technic feature that I kept for this set is right here, right there. That is a build in the instructions for the boarding the Tantive set. I kept it because I found a use for it. Just breaking down the outside here. This is obviously the, I guess, I don't know if I'd call it the front or the back, but this is the part with the port. This is the part that I thought should be the most armored. That's why I used all of these pieces down here. So it has some armor from blaster fire. The port is obviously for a person inside to shoot out at oncoming attackers. I also have these, let me tighten that up. I also have these stud shooters that I just had loose on the outside. I added them here just so it could have some sort of defense system. They're just minor laser cannons. That's what I really imagined for it. The good thing about this set is it came with so many smooth sloped pieces, so I was actually able to make it really clean looking on the outside and sloped off and symmetrical on most parts. There's no it's a little unsymmetrical on the sides because obviously on this side I have the Technic function for what I'm going to show you it does right here, and I really just have these slopes on this side, whereas on this side you could see I have it a bit different. This piece here, which I honestly like, it looks like there's like tubing and stuff and vents. So I honestly like some unsymmetrical features here. But moving to the sides, obviously the laser cannons for defense. Right here is another tiny viewport, which I don't even think you could see out of from the inside because I have a bunch of things in here. And also, it's a box, but there's a lot of space, and there's a ton of stuff on the inside, and you will see that very shortly. But moving to the back here, obviously, like I said, the door pieces, other than this white piece here, and the grill, all did not come in this set. The smoked out glass pieces did not come in this set, but everything else you see on the back here, and obviously these two light blue studs. Everything else you see on the back here did come with this set, so you're not really going to need many extras if you want to recreate this. I actually like that I use some extras because it offers other people to do whatever they want. Not that I'm hating on the Sawyer Studios build. I like I said, I want to build his so I could combine it to mine and have a complete clone outpost. But yeah, just going over the functions, obviously the door lifts up and a figure would easily be able to fit through there. I'm going to go a bit mobile, so sorry if I'm a bit shaky, but as you can see, there is not a clone, but the two stormtroopers in here. I just have them as test dummies, really, but you could see that he's perfectly in there, and this doorway is perfect minifigure scale, which I love, and it closes up nice and easy. There's not many gaps, which is very nice. I'm very happy for how this turned out. Also, just look at how the roof is just all sloped off. Just very nice. That's one real plus of this set, that it came with a lot of those. So if you want to do any alt builds of your own, you could make it look really nicely designed and slope it all off on the outside like I have done. The inside is very spacious, and I have a reason for why it's so spacious, and I have a reason for what I made this to be, and I'll break that down right now. Okay, so I named this alt build the Operations Armory Safehouse, OAS, and I did that because, and I'm going to be getting into the main Technic feature of this alternate build, because if you open the roof here, as you could see, that Technic piece right there is what opens the roof. I know it's a little loose looking. Also, just to point out, this one stud right here wasn't from the set, but I'm sure you have thousands of those. But going back to the Technic piece, it's very loose on there, but honestly, it really doesn't matter because it's super easy to pop back on. And if it falls off, who cares? When I'm putting stuff on the inside, I really don't care if the roof is on or off, obviously. So I like the Technic function. I really do, because obviously I like play features. That is a ultimate play feature because you can close it up, obviously, to look like this, and it looks great. And I could open it up to put figures in, put other things in, as you might have saw. But yeah, I love that I kept this one Technic feature from the Tantive set. But let's move on to the inside. Okay, gonna be a bit mobile again, so I'm sorry if I'm shaky or if it goes out of focus, but to explain why I made this a Armory is because and a Safehouse is because, as you could see, this is all my, well, not all, because a lot were put into this alt build, but this is where I used to put all my weapons, and as you can see, there's still some on here. All my loose Lego weapons, obviously ones that characters weren't holding or using, and it was just really sloppy. It's still sloppy, as you could tell. This is just all the stuff I couldn't fit in here, but it's literally just all my loose Lego weapons, and I didn't like that I just kind of threw all of them onto this, so I put them in here and made this Safehouse. And I'm just so happy of how this turned out. But let's go into a bit more detail of these features. Okay, we're going to start from the front to the back here. So obviously, starting from the front, we have the viewport or sniper perch, which a person inside could shoot out on attackers to defend the Safehouse. And I love another thing I really do love about this set is the amount of sloped pieces it came with. It was very good for, and it is good for building constructions in general out of Lego. And that is exactly what I was going for with that. It looks awesome, even just seeing the gun poking out there, just enough for a shooter to aim down his sights at a opposing attacker, and not too much to where it's easy to pick them off. So yeah, that is the front. Let's move on to the inside, which is the exciting part. So to begin with the inside, I'm gonna start with, well, my left, but the right side of the Safehouse here. And just like I said before, most of this interior is all personal additions of extra stuff I just had laying around. It doesn't come with the set, unfortunately, but like I said, I still have loose Lego weapons around, as you saw before, but I needed this because I have so many loose weapons. I needed a Armory. I desperately needed this, so I'm very happy. But yeah, let's begin. Obviously, you see these massive cases, I guess, full of random assortments of pistols that I have. Some are custom from third-party websites. Some are traditional. Most of them are traditional Lego pistols that range from a multitude of different Lego themes. It's just a mixed bag of pistols, man. That's all. That's the easy way for me to explain it. But moving on from those two massive cases, which they are massive, we have this nice little, now this I'll just call Star Wars blaster rack here. As you could see, we have two normal blasters, one pistol, and even a pair of Star Wars binoculars in there, or rangefinders, I guess that's what they're called in the Star Wars universe. So that is just awesome how there's so much weapon storage in this Safehouse here. As you could see, that is where the figure is shooting out of the viewport. But right next to him, I have a little control panel and systems table here, and my reasoning for this is I have two laser cannons on the outside of the safe house, so those two red buttons sort of control them, and over here we have a little satellite dish. That is also a, I really just imagine it to be like a comm link, and it could pick up signals from far away, so if the people inside needed help, they could contact help, obviously, at a very wide range. And it's pointed towards the viewport, which I also like, because obviously that is the outside world that this safe house would be on. And yeah, there's also a lever there. I just love that whole control area, and it's really just a basic build. And I love it. I love what I've done here. Also, I totally forgot. There's actually a katana right here too, as well. um, just because, right? It's an armory, so gotta have some arms. But yeah, that is really the right side of the safe house. Moving on to the left side. On the left side here, we have my medical hub. Obviously, we have two syringes, and I have all these colored pieces up here because I kind of sort of imagine this to be like a different medicine capsules that this machine dispenses into the syringes there. And there's also a cargo hold under that with two more syringes in it, so obviously lots of medical supplies. There's a buzzsaw here as well, that could be used for, God, I hope not medical reasons, but if it needed to be used for medical reasons, definitely that. And just any other use that you'd need it for. Maybe zombies are breaching the safe house, and that is a classic zombie apocalypse weapon. But again, I hope not. I hope it's just used for basic construction. But that's my little medical hub here, and I left this little space here just because, let's say the figure shooting out of the viewport needs to duck into some cover. There's obviously cover over there because the whole base is just heavily armored. Also, someone could sleep there, put down a mat and sleep there. Yeah, I just thought it needed an open area. I was gonna put like a whole medical droid recharging station over there, but it didn't fit, so it needs some space. So I got some space, which is nice. Also, just on this little rack up here is just a basic backpack. I just thought the base needed some if someone was going out to survey the perimeter, gather supplies if they're stranded here for a while. Just a basic thing I think an armory would have in it, and again, I love how this turned out looking. Moving on down the left side, I actually, next to the medical station, which I also like how I have mostly like medical and food supplies on this side, and on the other side more weapons, obviously, but that is very nice. But yeah, I have sorry if I just lose my words, because I can't believe of how good of a job I did on this. Not to pat myself on the back, but I haven't built any buildings in a while. Like, I'm not known, obviously, as a crazy alt builder. I do some alt builds and custom builds of my own, but it's really just like military vehicles. That's really my main field of expertise in Lego Master Building. But I haven't built a building or a structure in a while, so that's why I'm really just happy with what I did, because it's been so long since I've built any base house, any Lego structure of any kind. So I'm rambling, but moving on, we have the cooking station over here, where I sort of, this part I'm probably going to go in detail a little bit more, but I sort of, the front part of the black plate there is the stove. Obviously, that's why the gauge is there, and the chicken, and the pan. And obviously the rest is really just a table for drinks and cups and stuff, which is just really nice. And I'd imagine that that a safe house would have in it, in case people have to, like I said before, stay there for a long duration of time. So having a working stove is obviously great for survival. And just a place to put all food supplies and gear in general. As you can see, all the cups there. The little X-Men cup there is an Easter egg. But that is just very cool. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Obviously, like I had before, I had the figure right there in front of the cooking station, which is perfect looking. And yeah, let me break it down into some more features. Okay, so I say breaking it down into some more features, but you're like, why are we staring at the thing you just talked about? Because I made all this stuff easily accessible, because obviously it's a tight space. If they were just really planted on the plates, on the studs there of those plates, it'd be very hard to access this stuff, which it's nice because I could just take this stuff out. As you can see, there's 2 syringes in there. There's nothing else in there, so I'm not going to open it. But as you can see, it's just really nice. I could take this stuff out and access it and modify it, obviously. And if I wanted to modify the table, I just take this out and then pop the table out as well. So those are features I really like that I added, because I love play features, and the ability to take these out and put stuff in them, customize them, make them different, offers a ton of play features. Let me show you the other side. Okay, so obviously on the other side, like I said before, we have the massive pistol cases, and those could also be easily accessible by just popping them off and lifting them up. I didn't show it on the other side, my bad, but I really just have this feature by having that one stud sort of plate there, and oh my god, I'm gonna lose all the pistols, and having for this, just connecting one of the studs on the bottom of this to that plate, and obviously, as you can see, it's in my hands and out, and that's, again, I love that I put these features in this set because it just offers so much play and interaction, and it's just great. Let me just show you the other crate real quick. Okay, sorry if that last clip was a little all over the place. I was really trying to show you the bottom of these without having all the pistols fall out, because I have so many. And oh, I guess there's a classic Lego Tommy gun in there with a bunch of pistols, so that's obviously nice. But I just wanted to show you that I do have stuff in here, and the crates perfectly stack on top of each other and pop right back into the safe house. But moving on. Okay, and just showing you that that stuff pops back in there. Obviously, I have it back in there, which is very nice. And like I said, I love that I added this feature. And as you can see, they're loose enough that I could detach them and interact with them, and also tight enough to where I could move the safe house. Obviously, I didn't build it here either. I can move the safe house and they stay in there. So very nice. Yeah, moving on to more features. Okay, before I move on to even more features, towards the door of this safe house, you could see that this piece of the roof is missing, and I forgot to tell you about that. That piece actually comes out and just connects right there like that. There you go, boom. But I made that piece pop out easily too, just so I could access the area towards the door a little easier, because it's the place where it's really the tightest and hardest to put stuff and interact with, which, again, I built this not even 24 hours ago, so I'm definitely still going to do some modifications to it. That's really what I want to do, is just make a modification to have this part of the roof come off easily like the other one, the main part of the roof. So I'm working on that. But moving on to the other features towards the exit of the safe house. Okay, and if you could see what I'm really focusing on there, we have another weapon barrel back there with a sword, 2 guns. Very nice, right by the entrance in case you forgot a weapon on the way out. You could see that gray case over there as well. That's actually the thermal detonators case from the newest clone battle pack. So if you have that battle pack, you could definitely add those to yours if you want to build this. But I just thought that was obviously a thing that an armory needs, and I have so many of those battle packs that I had so many thermal detonator cases laying around, so it's nice that they have a spot to go. Moving to the other side, obviously. Okay, I took the pistols crates out just so you could see the other side clearer. I obviously can't really take the table out as easy as the medical bay or the pistol crates, so sorry about that. But moving on to the other side, you see we have 2 cases of thermal detonators stacked on each other. There is a lot of thermal detonators in this base. And finally, on that side of the door, we have a massive bomb. Because this is an armory, and I had that bomb just laying around. I think this is a safe place for it, as this is also a safe house. But also, you could really just take the pistol crates out and have even more space. So yeah, just a lot of different features and customization this safe house offers. And I'm just super happy with this build, because again, I build fictional military vehicles. That's my main genre of custom builds I do. So again, I'm just so happy with how this building came out. And obviously, we have the exit and entrance, the main door in the back there, which is very nice how that hallway looks. My safe house has a hallway in it, opposed to just building one massive hallway that doesn't fit in anywhere. So I would have rather built this than the hallway. I'm very happy that I did. And moving on to the back of the door. Hey, as you can see, we have the back here. I didn't really know what I was going for over here. I'm flipping through generators and just cameras. I think I'm gonna stick with generators, but going on to the back here, I obviously needed a door. That was one of the things I needed, and that's why I had to use spare parts that didn't come with the set to make a door that I liked enough. And I love this, how this turned out. There is barely any gaps. There's a slight gap up top, but I really don't care about that because it is pretty closed up. And this, fun fact, this actually comes from that one Force Unleashed Lego set. Yeah, I know. So that's kind of a rare piece, but I thought I had no insignias on this thing, so I thought it was a nice touch. But the door lifts up very easily, like so, and like I said before, it's pretty minifigure scale. I could put one of these stormtroopers right here, and they could walk in. And again, these slope pieces just awesome for making honestly structures in general. As you can see, I used them up here too. Just very nice, and I love how that looks walking in the little steps. And yeah, you could just see all throughout the safe house. But yeah, that's about it for the back and the door, so let's move it back on. Close that up. Nice. Okay, so like I said, the roof falls off the Technic function, and that gets a little loose, but this thing's pretty sturdy, so you could push it down. But you would just connect it right here, like so, and there you can see it's standing up. If I don't touch it and knock it over, it will stay nice, and it closes up very nicely. And I know it's on that slope, but it's a symmetrical slope all the way around and looks the same over there, even though this side is unsymmetrical to the other side, and I really love how that looks. Almost sort of like I wish I had black slope tiles on the top almost to, because it almost has like a solar panel-ish sort of look to it, but that is it closed up after you've seen the inside. And I know you see this mini Tri-Droid over here, and you go, why is that? I just really have it over here just to show you the scale of this thing. It's a small Safehouse, but it's still pretty beefy, as it's almost as tall as the mini Tri-Droid here, and yeah, definitely could defend against this one. I don't know about the custom built actual size Tri-Droid I have, but this one I think it could definitely hold it off. But let's move it on to the wrap up. So that is my alternate build of the boarding the Tantive set. Like I said, I was super aggravated with the missing parts of that set, and I didn't want to build that boring hallway, so I built the operational Armory Safehouse. And it could be used in any era of Star Wars. I'm going to use it for my clones because, like I said, hopefully I could find another boarding the Tantive, maybe even on sale later in the summer, and I would build at Sawyer Studios' alt build and combine them together to have a ultimate clone outpost. But we'll see in the future. Also, not looking for a shout out. He's really the inspiration why I did my own alt build on this, so thank you to him, and I love his work. If you don't know who he is, you should go check out his channel. But yeah, that's about it, guys, for Joe Clone's alternate build of the Boarding the Tantive set. As you saw, the interior, just look at that. It looks like the Stormtroopers cooking up some chicken. Very, very awesome. Yeah, I just love how I did this. I love how this turned out. Again, I'm going to do some more modifications on this, and you'll probably see those in the future when I have them done. But yeah, I really love how this turned out, and it's better than what Lego gave us originally. And let's close it back up there so I could spin it around. Yeah, I love what I did. Like I said before, it's been so long since I built a base or structure of any kind, building of any kind in Lego. So I am just super happy with how this turned out. It's a box, but it has character. So it has a ton of play features, which I love. I'm in love with this thing. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Actually, before I end the video, the real inspiration I had for this was the Imperial shuttles in sort of the Bad Batch that we see, how they have that boxy undercarriage that could sometimes be dropped. And even the AT-OT and Republic dropship set, because what I originally intended for these side pieces here was for a dropship to actually pick this up and drop it down. So maybe in the future you'll see that too. I hope, but who knows? But yeah, that is Joe Clone's Boarding the Tantive alternate build of the operational Armory Safehouse. If you like this video, I'll do more of my own alt builds. Like I said, I have another Sawyer Studios alternate build of a scale accurate Tri-Droid, which looks fantastic, and you will see that in my upcoming full droid army review videos, and those videos will be structured exactly like the Clone Army ones, so be on the lookout for that. And as you know, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in this universe, and I thank you for joining me on the journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.